friends.
Today we are delighted to present a short skit titled Akbar and Birbal.
This skit highlights the wisdom, intelligence and presence of mind of Birbal, the clever minister in Emperor Akbar's court. Through humor and smart thinking, the play teaches us that true intelligence lies in calm reasoning and quiet understanding.
Before the play begins, let us introduce the characters.
Muhammad Daniel as Emperor Akbar, the wise and powerful Mughal king.
Muhammad Hassan as Birbal, the clever and witty minister of Akbar's court.
Abi Bakr as scholar, a learned man proud of his knowledge.
Ahnaf, Afiya, Ihra and Yashwant as courtiers, the royal members of Akbar's grand court.
Adam and Nizam as soldiers, brave guard who protect the kingdom.
Nisba Kausar and Raisa Banu as Kanis, humble and loyal maids of the palace.
Ayan Kashif as farmer, a poor farmer whose only wealth is his land and truth.
Sayyid Sufyan as a rich man strong in wealth but weak in justice. Scene 1. The court. A proud scholar from a distant land visited the court. He believed he knew everything and wanted to test Birbal.
I am Maulana Abdul Karim. I have traveled far to test the knowledge of this court. Take me to your emperor at once.
Darbari, a learned scholar has arrived. He seeks an audience with you.
Please follow me. You will be taken to the court of Emperor Akbar.
My lord, I challenge your minister. If he is truly as clever as I have heard, let him answer 2 questions of mine.
Birbal, are you ready?
Yes, Huzur. I shall do my best. Please ask your questions. My first question is, how many birds are there in Agra? And my second question is, I can speak all the languages of the world. Can you tell me which one is my mother tongue? Huzur, may I have 1 day's time?
Yes, Birbal, you may take 1 day.
Very well. My lord, I shall return tomorrow.
Scene 2. After the scholar leaves.
Your Majesty, this challenge is impossible. Let us see how Birbal solves it.
Indeed, counting all the birds in Agra is no easy task. We wait your wisdom, Birbal.
Even the wisest man cannot answer such a question. This will test Birbal's intelligence.
If anyone can find a clever solution, it is Birbal. Let us watch closely.
Birbal, you are my wisest minister, but counting all the birds in Agra city seems impossible.
Huzur, have faith in me. I shall not bring any dishonor to our kingdom.
Scene 3. Outside the scholar's house. In the quiet of the night, Birbal silently made his way to the scholar's house, eager to uncover the mystery of his mother tongue. The scholar was fast asleep, but suddenly a cat jumped onto him. Shocked, the scholar shouted at the cat in his own language. In that moment, Birbal realized that the scholar's mother tongue was revealed through that simple exchange with the cat.
Scene 4. The court next day. The next day, the court gathered eagerly to hear Birbal's answer. The scholar enters the court. Birbal, are you ready? We all are waiting for your answer.
Huzur, at this moment there are 60,832 birds in the city of Agra, including migratory birds. How can you be so sure? What if the number is wrong? What if there are more birds than the number? Huzur, some birds must be visiting from neighboring kingdom.
And what if there are fewer?
Huzur, some of our birds have gone on vacation to meet their relatives in other kingdom. Very well, I accept your answer. Now tell me, which is my mother tongue? Your mother tongue is Telugu.
Birbal, how can you tell this so confidently?
Huzur, yesterday night I visited his house. When a cat jumped on him, he shouted in Telugu, Yavaradi. A man always shouts in his mother tongue when shocked or frightened.
Ah, so that's the secret. Well done, Birbal.
Scene 5. The scholar realized he had been outsmarted by Birbal. Ashamed of his pride, he bowed before Birbal. Akbar was delighted with Birbal's cleverness and rewarded him handsomely. Once again, Birbal proved that intelligence and presence of mind are more powerful than knowledge alone.
Scene 6. The day the royal court of Emperor Akbar was filled with people seeking justice among them, came a poor farmer, his eyes full of tears, and a powerful rich man standing proudly beside him.
Ba adab, ba mulaiza.
Let the court begin. Who seeks justice today?
Oh brave God, please let me in. I need to plead for justice before Emperor Akbar.
Calm down, farmer. I will inform the Darbari. Wait here. Darbari, a farmer is outside requesting to meet the emperor. He needs justice. May I allow him inside?
Yes, you may allow him inside.
Farmer, follow me.
Darbari, please help me. The rich man has taken my field. I need justice.
Don't worry, farmer. Speak clearly. What is your problem?
That land only is the source of living. I have tilted for years.
Oh, this is a serious matter. The emperor must know. Huzur, the poor farmer stands at the gate of the court. He claims that a rich man has forcefully taken his field. Huzur, the farmer requests your justice and mercy.
Bring the farmer before us immediately. No wise seeking justice shall be turned away.
Please follow me, farmer.
Huzur, that land fed my family for years, and now the rich man has taken away using his power and influence.
Do not fear. Speak only the truth. Justice will be done. The rich man enters the court.
Your Majesty, the land belongs to me. The farmer is lying. He has no proof to support his claim.
I hear both sides carefully. Birbal, what is your advice in the matter?
Huzur, I believe truth reveals itself through patience and wisdom.
Words can lie, but knowledge cannot. If the land belongs to you, tell me its boundaries. From where does it begin and ends?
I am not sure, Your Majesty.
And you?
To the east a neem tree, to the west a canal, to the south a mud road, and to the north a small shrine.
He who knows the boundaries of the land is its true owner. The land belongs to the farmer.
Huzur, your justice has spoken.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I accept your judgment.
Conclusion. Thus, Emperor Akbar proved that justice is guided by wisdom and truth, not by power or wealth. The farmer received his land back and the rich man learned a lesson in honesty. Once again, Akbar's court became a symbol of fairness and justice for all.
Thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Thank you.